Where's the gauge? There it is. Boom! Right, hello driver. Today you are using a BR155 on a freight run to Bonn. You'll be calling at almost all stops. Enjoy. Alright, so we are heading, we're at Koblenz. A freight run. Interesting. It's a passenger run. So we did a, for those of you that saw it, we did a stream on, oh hello, it's the short person's view. Hello Daddy, where can I sit up? Can you put me on your lap please? Thank you. Can I play with the controls now? Time to go. So this scenario is by Bmjepic. Let me switch it back to that hard and turn that down. Put that on. And stop the train. That's safer. That's PZB. The Bomb, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. I did a stream on, oh hello. I did a stream on Twitch. Not on Twitch, God, I actually don't know what I'm talking about. I did a stream on YouTube. Tram899, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Just to sort of explore it, see how I got on with it, how you got on with it. It was really interesting actually. I don't plan on changing, not at the moment, but it was interesting to try it out. Oops. Oh. I thought we were still in restricted monitoring. Great start, absolutely. That's why I put the German stuff forward first. Well, we're not in restricted monitoring at the moment, so we can carry on speeding up. Mitz in 9 kilometers is the next station. New faces, so it's a mixture actually. Mixture of new faces and old faces. Matt hasn't forgotten the darn PZB rules, he's just not paying enough attention to what he's doing. Now he's speeding because he's still not paying enough attention to what he's doing. Exclamation mark, shoot. Yatta. So if you've seen episode 4 yet, Yatta, because I've got Missing Tooth, made the Cyclops. It is the HMS Nebworth, and the Seamoth has now been named the Mr. Overspeed. Only up to 3. Okay, yeah. So episode 4 is a short one, but we got a few bits of housekeeping done, including making the Cyclops and taking it for a spin. You're a new old face, RHP. Some stock markers to add to Newton Abbott paint section. Furent signals the name. Ceremony phase 1. Oh, wow. Right, speed limit 160. Right, we're stopping at 4.9 kilometres. We're still running good on signals. CFA is reset. We are a BM train, which means we're limited to 125 anyway. Power. Yeah, I just noticed that, Jan. I just noticed that. I was thinking, what is the top speed of this train? Then I realised it doesn't matter. I'm on BM. FML stands for Fahrmotorlüfter, which basically says that the motor blowers are on. See if the signal is in my favour or not. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of part dreading. Thanks for hosting the stream, Tram. Much appreciated. There's Ermitz. Expect reduced speed coming up at the next signal. Below the 85. Down to 40. Below 70. Oh, it's 70, isn't it? Of course. Sorry, Freya. Did the DTM server got fixed? What's wrong with it, Chris? I wasn't aware there was anything went wrong with it. What have they done with it now? Oh, it's a 60 limit. Oh, of course there was a 6 on the ZS3, wasn't there? I'm looking at things and just not taking them in. So far behind schedule, it doesn't really matter. Oh, sorry, you mean as of when it was down for DTM last week? I got you. No, that came back up about 2 o'clock in the morning. Got your GCSEs tomorrow. Surely should be revising TSL's important. Oh, no, sir. GCSEs far more important. Far more important. Ben, I haven't looked at the spreadsheet, but I believe there's a link that lets you see what's on the spreadsheet, so you can find out for yourself. Right, time to go. We're in restricted monitoring. Green yellow, so I don't think I can release from that. The roller coaster build. I'll have a look and see if I've got that in the archive somewhere. I did lose 1 or 2 GTM videos, unfortunately. We're not in restricted monitoring, 60 km/h. I don't know whether the roller coaster build off got uploaded or whether it's in the backlog somewhere. I will have a dig through, Chris. See if I can find it. Right. Accelerating up to time. Bmjepic, did you run this scenario when you tested this scenario? Did you test it with BZB enabled? Because I'm even further behind now, and I've been running to the max speed. Right, we're going up to 160. Reason firm. Got a bit overexcitable on the speed. More video 125 like scenario, sounds good. How do you make the windowed version of TS bigger? Just change the resolution. Yeah, so when you're in the resolution of the system, you can choose effectively what size you want it to be. Sir Cornflakes, Madam Crunchy Nut. Okay, the problem if you use the editor times, it won't test it. They won't choose them based on BZB, which means that I've got no hope at all of running the scenario to time. Never mind, we'll enjoy the scenario, that's what we're here for. Soldier K, you fell asleep. Disgraceful. Plenty of AI so far, which is good. Copenicium, do I remember your real name? Not a clue. You're here for the successful completion of scenarios, Zagzig, where you're in a group of 1. Do I use the TV to play Train Sim now? No, I've got 2 monitors in front of me. Right, not in monitoring, get up to 160. What I do still need to do is get my unboxing video done. Oh, I remember that you were on there, Copenicium, and then you did announce yourself, but brain just... When did TS 2016 come out? In September 2050. Bowling Lift Lover, TBTS will be returning this week. It's not today, but I'm going to try and make it sometime this week. Nice XE. Andana. Name 1 British route and I'll do a 125 scenario. Chatham Main Line. Memory like a sieve, yeah, I know. Some things just go in and out. Most things just go out, to be honest. I forget things before I even remember them. How much time and money does it cost to rebuild the train cockpit? Most of the money is in these screens. They're 150 quid each. Yes, the recording's saved, and it's. What I've done is I've told it to auto unlist it so that I can thumbnail it up and all the rest of it. So it will be the YouTube one will be on YouTube. I'll try and get on there tonight. Another one, Prince Darling. Have we got South London Network or North London Line? Just Chatham Mainline, add to the Faversham DSUs is separate. It's separate, but Danny has uploaded to Workshop a linked version, so you can run them both as one route. As long as you own both routes, obviously. There. Stop the button. I have got no idea, Fringe Stalin. Surprise me. Well done. Time to go. Well, that's nice. Light locos. Interesting. You're getting the pacer. Excellent, Ayrton. Excellent. Got to do a video on the cold start script. How do you mean, Dr. Anthony? Roll is next. Started you off yawning as well, yeah. French styling? No, not until you asked if I surprised you, and then I went and had a look and saw the word boot. I didn't see it otherwise, no. It's a very pretty route, isn't it? .110 limit coming up any second now. Throttle down. Except we didn't take that without that on. Oh, I'm going to have another couple. I already have one, but I clearly need more. Yes, you mentioned about the 125 scenarios for installing. I haven't looked at them yet. Bit more speed. So which diesels can start from cold? Well, the GP20 does, and I've done a tutorial on that. I think I did one on the Centipede. Button Mister. No, my whisper's still not working. Send it to Cameron and he can Skype it. Subnautica tonight? No, not tonight, Zaxig. I've got to get a bit of housekeeping done on the YouTube channel and get some videos ready for upload, and then hit the hay. Class 150 has a cold start, does it, Arnold Ace Rimmer? Didn't realise that. I've not played any scenarios that have required it to do a cold start. You've got to flick switches to do the instrument lights and so forth, but not necessarily what I'd call a cold start, to be honest. The GT3 is a turbine electric loco, Flying Scotsman, so it's not diesel, it's not pure electric, it's what's called a gas turbine, hence the GT. It's essentially a jet engine. Cameron's gaming, it doesn't. I don't know what you mean, Cameron's gaming. Will we definitely be getting a DTM stream on Wednesday? Hopefully. There's no maintenance planned on Wednesday this week. Bad pricing. 150 doesn't have a cold start. No, that's what I thought it didn't. It's got lots of buttons and switches and twiddly bits for instrument lights and so forth, but it's not actually a cold start as such. Murat Dita 2, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. What we got on the list here? We're going all the way to Bonn. Twiddly Bits. Twiddly Bits has been an official term for ages, hasn't it? Class 40 has a cold start, yes, Baked Bean Kid. Bowling Lift Lover, thank you for the follow. Yes, the GT3 has a cold start. It's quite simplest and simple, but it does have a cold start. I think I did that in the official stream. I did the cold start for that one. Paces are awesome. Gotta love paces. Oh, we're going to Nebworth this. Will any coaches be left in the platform, or will we actually make it? 60, 50. There'll at least be coaches left in the platform. The loco might just miss. Ah, look at that, even the loco didn't quite miss. You refuse to believe. It's official. Brakes on this are reasonably good. No reason why the door shouldn't all have opened. You class that as a Nebworth ends? Well, you don't get what a Nebworth is, then that's not a Nebworth at all. That wasn't even remotely a Nebworth. Semi-Nebworth. No, not even a semi-Nebworth. Not even, no relationship to Nebworth at all. Semi-Nebworth is when the train stops with one axle left in the station. But when all the coaches and all the doors are all on the platform, that's not a Nebworth. That's just a slightly overshot. Not even slightly overshot. Pure luck. Hey, you know what? I'm not denying it was pure luck, and it was probably it should have been a Nebworth, but it wasn't. Possibility and the reality are two different things. it a Nebworth when you do it on purpose? Yes. If you purposefully go through a station, then you have purposefully Nebworthed it. Sinterklein. Nebworth the station by 25 centimetres. That doesn't sound like a Nebworth. Should do a pacer scenario next to annoy JC Gaming. Schedule's already set out. Bad things happen if I start changing things randomly. I don't have the 153 Metallica, that's a Just Trains model. Dave, thank you for the host. $150. Do you have to push the brake lever all the way into emergency in order to activate the brakes? Are you using Rail Driver, Britannica, or are you using keyboard? Pickleaxe, thank you for the host, much appreciated. I guess the only UK diesel, Dr. Anthony. It's certainly not the only diesel. The GP20 has an awesome cold start. Right. Remagen, 4 kilometres. How can I get straight up to 22 without any wheel slip? Probably because the coaches behind aren't that heavy, to be honest. Oh, okay. Up to 70. There is a blue livery, yeah, the Presnitstolbahn livery, Dr. Anthony. Well, this coach is made from wood, no. Light aluminium, probably. We use the rail driver. Right, yeah, okay. If you're using the rail driver, the problem with the 150 is it has notched braking, which means that unless you happen to move the brakes to exactly the right, to leave it to exactly the right position, it won't actually activate. So that does say 120. Yeah, unless you move the brake lever to exactly the right position, it won't activate. So the rail driver and the 150 are not best friends. It needs the notching set up. I've got mine set up to do it, but it needs its load of script change you need to make it work. Right, we're coming into Remagen. Got to do a tutorial on how to code rail driver. I've done 2 or 3 videos on the rail driver. And the conclusion that everyone got when they got the advanced one with some coding, because I showed how to do notches and map it to the loco brake, and everyone basically said it blew their minds to pieces, and I should stop doing that. The plan was to write a blog post about it, but I haven't got that far yet. Picklex, I'm afraid I can't talk about the new game. But if you wanted to look at other Unreal games and draw your own conclusions, I couldn't stop you. Right, time to go. Trainboy 1000 FML Fahrmotorlüfter means that the motor blowers are on. It's a cooling system. Hey there, MC6443. Got a similar problem with a blue BR 416. Oh, that's interesting. I guess it uses notches as well then. If you are any good at all with Lua scripting, or with basic scripting, or VBScript, or JavaScript, then what I go through in the second video, the advanced tutorial for the rail driver, will probably make sense and put you on the right track. But if you're not a programmer or a scripter at all, it's just going to confuse you, and there's no way you're going to be able to do it, because it is down to scripting that allows you to fix it. Won't work till I get to 100%. Yeah, that's because 100% is an equal notch. You can get it to 100%, whereas you're not getting it to any of the individual ones. Dr. Anthony, PZB, I'm going to do a tutorial on PZB at some point. Don't all laugh at once. And PTG Rail has done a tutorial on it as well already. That's the only answer I can give you. It's going off because that's what it's supposed to do. James45, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Wilberforce, I'm afraid I can't talk about the next gen train sim. Release dates will be announced by Dovetail when they have release dates to share. Sneaky Ninja Gaming, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. What computer would you recommend? Well, I like the ones that Chill Blast have got. It's one of the ones I've got, a Chill Blast machine. I quite like the ones that they've got. Most of their machines, to be honest, are going to be okay. If you look at their flight sim spec machines, anything I would do is add an SSD. Always makes you reset the PCB90. That's how PCB90 works. You have to acknowledge it at the appropriate times. The key thing there, Dr. Anthony, is you just need to learn how PZB works. Is there a tutorial for PZB19 Academy? I thought there was, but I don't think there is. Does the BR155 been used as a passenger? I don't think it normally does. I'm sure when I read up about it, it's predominantly a freight train. But that doesn't mean you can't use it as a passenger train or anything else that you like. The beauty of train sim is that you can do whatever you like. Oh, we're coming up to the final station, actually. Does TS run okay on Win 10? Well, I'm running it on Win 10 right now, and runs perfectly well. MC6443, the ramps are just magnets as well. Nebworth Bonn. Simon, what are we pulling? We're pulling these coaches. Rich, I don't know, missed the question. Yes, so for those that haven't, that don't know about it, Twitch have changed the way they give out transcoding. So for non-partner streams, what used to happen is that at some random point, If they got spare resource, they would give you transcoding, which meant that you could get source midway through a stream. The downside is it would disrupt the stream, stop it, cause it to restart. You'd lose a bunch of viewers, and also the recorded version of the stream would show up with an issue and need to be recombined by downloading. What they have done is they've made it to where it will now only give transcoding at the start of a stream. So when you first hit start, it will have a look and say, can I give transcoding? Have I got enough? And if it does, it will give it. And if it doesn't, then it won't then give them midstream, which means it doesn't interrupt the viewing experience, which I much prefer, actually. It was the only downside to getting transcoding was the extra work it caused when I wanted to upload the videos. What res do I run at? At 1080p. Oh, you want to go and go on a date to the Jungle Book or something for installing? Well, I don't know. You know who you're taking on a date and how that will go down. GWR King class. I must admit I've not really seen the difference. I'd have to look them up. Cheers, Kingy boy. Good luck on your exams. Custom hitcher. Bmjepic. The cure for that is to save. Where do I take Scion dates? We just don't have time for that anymore. We go to the cinema when we get the opportunity. We go to the we go for a meal in the cinema. That's our thing that we steal for ourselves. Usually when the kids go off to their grandparents for their holidays, which they do usually on some of the half-term breaks or term breaks, and then we see if we can go and at least once have go for an evening out meal and watch a film at the cinema. Problem is that Sarita and I like watching different films. She's really into horror and I can't stand horror. Yellow in front of us. A flyby, I'll do my best at. It's always a bit tricky on a German route. Matt gets too scared of horror movies. Oh, it's not even so much that. If it's a good, an actually good horror film, then I do quite enjoy it. But most horror films are just scare flicks. Like we went to see Event Horizon, and I was just annoyed by the end of the film. I wasn't entertained, I was annoyed. these days I just generally ignore it because there's so few examples that I like. But there are other genres I'd rather watch. Matt scares the horror films. Yeah, something like that. The annoying genre, there you go. What is this, a horror? No, this is an annoyer. Baked Bean Kid, yeah, we are. Sci-fi is something we definitely both like. Problem is, again, there's so little good sci-fi. Most sci-fi is junk. Every now and again there's an absolutely classic bit of sci-fi comes out, but very, very rarely. Most of it is just mainstream trash. Right, and this is Bonn. New Star Trek and Star Wars. Yeah, the new Star Trek does look interesting. The Star Trek films are the new Star Trek films. I'm sort of mixed about the new Star Trek films, really, because I'm kind of glad that the Star Trek, but by the same token, they're not Gene Roddenberry Star Trek. And that's not the reboot. I really like the new character, the new actors, and the ship and so forth. It's the stories. They're just not Gene Roddenberry stories. Good work, driver. Go and have a rest. And if they blow up the Enterprise in another movie, I'm sure they blow up the Enterprise every film. It's ridiculous. It really is. Cargo. I don't think I've seen that one, Amarillo. Bad horror, bad sci-fi, or a chick flick? Probably a chick flick, given those options. I quite like chick flicks, actually. Oh dear, dear, enough about that. Alright, let's move on to the next one swiftly.